the Budweiser Columbia Cup. In lane number 3, it'll be the Winston Eagle. Mark Tate will be driving way outside. Lane number 6, the U12 Miss Budweiser, Scott Pierce. The Miss C Plus will be in lane number 2. That's Stephen David. In lane number 1, Super Range Golf, George Woods Jr. The U50 will be the trailer boat, Mark Evans in the Pepsi American Spirit. The Old Boy Oberto Beef Jerky, Mitch Evans, will be in lane 4. And rounding out the field in lane 5, the U6 Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And Jim, they look like they're going to be in perfect lineup coming around this first time.
This should be a fast heat right now, but the Budweiser are out in lane 6. Maybe that's the best place for him to be because his boat is not running the way it used to due to the accident.
Well, if he has a control problem, he'll have a little room out there, that's for sure. The Winston Eagle right in the middle there in lane number 3 as they're coming down. They're kind of all over the course. Let's see how they start. That's a wide berth at the beginning. Winston Eagle is going to try to take it right off the start. You can see this Budweiser shot by on the outside. Scott Pierce tried to get in there. Winston Eagle bettered him into the turn. At this moment, though, let's watch on the outside and see if Scott Pierce can catch him. Winston Eagle taking it out of turn number 2. It looks like Stephen David is right up in there in the T Plus back in 3rd. Winston Eagle is your leader.
Budweiser crew must have done some balancing on that boat because the boat has come to life. What a credit to that crew. Looking at the third place boat, this T Plus with Steve David as they go down to corner number 3.
So the 2 boats that were involved in the accident earlier that resulted in damage to both hulls now are in the lead. 1 and 2, Winston Eagle and the Miss Budweiser respectively. You can see Winston Eagle get a little bit light, and there you can see Stephen David has now taken over 2nd place. Stephen David and the T Plus on the inside take 2nd, but right on the outside of him and just about a half a boat length back is the Miss Budweiser. So a battle has ensued here, and nothing is final until that checkered falls.
As our leader comes down the back chute right now, all Mark Tate has to do is hold on, and he'll inch up ever so close to the Budweiser lead for the Eagle Stack High Point Trophy as we look at the Miss Budweiser taking over 2nd place once again.
Boy, a battle has ensued there, no question about it. Scott Pierce has really got his foot in the pedal now, trying to catch this boat, the Winston Eagle. Now, he pops it out of the water, but you'll notice he comes down flat. That's a good sign because the boat is under control at that point. If he was kind of tilting or walking with one sponson very high, we'd have a problem. But he's constantly coming down flat in the water, and that's what he wants. That tiptoeing, they want that too.
We have just completed 2 laps with 3 more laps to go as we look at our bandage leader coming off the apex of corners number 1 and 2. On lap number 3, our leader is Mark Tate in the Winston Eagle.
It's coming up on decision time for Scott Pierce in the Miss Budweiser. He's in 2nd place. He's got a damaged boat. Can he afford to push the boat any harder than he is right now? You know, it's a credit to the crew that that boat is even out there, much less running in 2nd place. But as you heard Scott say earlier in the program, he would take it to the max with what he's got. He's got a damaged boat. He is pushing it as hard as he can. Is there any left in the boat? I really don't know. I can't answer that question. But we'll watch closely to see if he can close the gap.
Looking at the Miss Budweiser, there's going to be sleepless nights from that crew trying to repair not only this boat, but the boat that was also damaged in Madison for next week's race at Seattle. Not much time, lots of work to do as they complete lap number 3. 1st place, Winston Eagle. 2nd place, this boat, Miss Budweiser.
Stephen David riding back in 3rd place in the T Plus boat. Back in 4th, we will see the Kellogg. Whoa! Stephen David got a little bit light down there. The wind may be picking up. There's the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes boat, Mike Hanson, and he is in. No, he's over! Mike Hanson is over! The Kellogg's Frosted Flakes boat upside down in the water. The driver is still in the boat. Now, remember, these drivers are enclosed in capsules, as you can see on the Winston Eagle. The flare has gone up. The rescue crew is on its way over there. Jim, we got to remind everybody, they do have an oxygen system. The driver is on a self-contained system, so he's got about, 5 minutes of air, I believe, on the tank.
They're going to have to get him, Eric Stilo, and all the gang from the URC rescue. As the black flag, of course, is waving, they have to get him out. All the boats immediately shut down for safety's sake. They're going to the aid of the driver. He's in there. As you said, he is supported by oxygen. He's upside down. They're going to have to pull him out of the bottom.
He just came out. He's sitting now on the deck. You can see his helmet, the orange helmet. He's there. He's waved at the crowd, apparently signaling he is all right.
Coming out of the first turn at the start of lap 4, he caught a lot of air, went up, tried to hold it down, and then over on top of the back, he sat there for a few minutes, submerged in the water. Of course, he's got oxygen feeding into him, as you see it again in regular time motion, but he's got oxygen hooked up to him, so that was not a problem. They needed to get there to find out if he was going to be severely injured.